but maybe as like a point in addressing the letter that was submitted, maybe just a letter at this point in time to recognize, which you guys haven't emailed, but a letterhead is always appreciated, of the actions that have like partake between, you know, the conversations and your guys' actions within administration and making the RFP and potentially exercising autonomy in these, you know, in those legs. I'm not really sure if I'm communicating well, but yeah, as like a step in the direction. Yeah, I don't know if
that's what, no, that's, I mean, that's the overall.
Yeah.
You said you was gonna address, I mean, let them know about everything to be addressed.
Yeah, I'd be my honey.
Can we put I would like to put a timeline on that though. I mean, it's been, we're 2 weeks in already, and we're at the end of the semester. So, I mean, it would be really nice to, once everyone is out, we could have a formal letter to at least know that the education system is at a different stance when we come back the next semester, and that we students and the community has something to look forward for in this positive change.
So, I'm going to kind of something that you asked earlier. Maybe it's related to this letter. I think you should lay out exactly what it is, the expectations and hopes have for the administration. As you mentioned, black is just one matter. There's many more issues.
You guys know, you guys are doing this way. I mean, get plenty of friends I get in like administration that not there because they want to be. They just try and, you know, unput the emphasize information and following that legislative, but that legal framework. Never have before. So now they get, and you guys already in these positions, it's like, whoa, how do we be the enemy? How do we, you know, how do we come to some kind of agreement? Because we understand you guys know the issues way better than we do, I'm sure. I mean, you guys in there every day, so if there's, right, and I mean, not everything is as easy as, yeah, go talk to this person like supposed to be. So it's just a little, you know, where are you guys at and where you guys are determining the decisions, and where can we tackle or at least be the equivalent to offer some kind of resolution to the problems you guys face in those board meetings. Just the communication or something, some kind of tool that allows us to be on that basis would be, I think, a good direction to step for both sides.
Interesting. In retrospect, this would have been wonderful to have had you take part of that conversation yesterday. Oh no, it was today. At 12 noon, when our Anakē council met with the Chancellor. I wasn't there because I had another thing. But we do, as our Anakē council, we actually meet once a month with the Chancellor. We're probably the only council that does that. Because the Chancellor really is interested in hearing what we have to say. And unfortunately, since I wasn't there, I couldn't communicate some of this. I don't know if anybody else in that group did, but this would be a wonderful conversation with the Chancellor.
And if we could have even a representative or somebody on
that, and we've allowed that to happen too. To have students participate.
Can you do that?
So just for clarity's sake, you know, we did lay out a few, you know, demands or, you know, what we expected from the administration to address. And one of those was that the flag would be flown if there wasn't a second flag or, you know, and you know, after the first day, we took it down, and then they took down the Hawaiian flag, and there was no flag for the rest of the day. And since then, it's right back to, you know, status quo, basically. So, for clarity's sake, is there anything being done? Like, is that even part of the conversation at the administration level, or what's going on in that
So, I said a little bit earlier that right now the administrative or the direction that the person who's responsible for
Which is
the person who actually or has oversight for the staff who puts the flag up is the Vice Chancellor for Administrative Affairs. But that's at the individuals following the University of Hawaii and state policy about flying the flags. And so currently we are following the current state law and federal law of how we fly flags. So we haven't changed that. But that doesn't mean that as an administration we are willing to have the further conversation. So as I said earlier, the choices are three. The demand was to fly, have Hawaiian flag fly above the American flag.
No, it was actually to
or-
fly by itself.
Yeah, or by itself, or have two flagpoles. And our choice was to have, or decision was to have two flagpoles. But in the absence of having two flagpoles, we're currently following federal state policy. And of course,
And
based
Which is a
on-
violation.
Which is unlawful.
Which is a violation of the laws of occupation and
So we're gonna
continue
continue.
laws, and which is what we're countering with, and what that's been the whole stand of this whole activism here. So I mean, really, it's just.
Continue
It
to
just seems
exercise.
like we have to take it upon ourselves to take
And
down
that's
the
what
flag
other
every
people
day.
exercise,
We
yeah.
have to.
Continue to
So
exercise.
that's why law mentioned that if you need to put it in writing again.
It's important.
So yeah, I
So we
guess
just keep on exercising.
we're gonna have to keep
Keep exercising.
exercising
Yeah.
our.
It's also, I mean, you know,
And so the chancellor is one, so as a campus, we can take care of it. If you think that it needs to be a bigger issue for the whole university, then.
That will take care of itself.
Yeah, because I think it is a bigger issue.
It is, but that will
Yeah,
take
but
care
you
of
take it one
itself.
step at a time.
That's right. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the proper steps. So basically, that's why we are trying to do that. Okay, well, if that's the one step, then what's the next step? Just getting to that resolution.
So in exercising what was noticed on the letter, that could still happen, and other avenues could be before, because you shared that. I totally understand. I used to work on campus. Things just took like forever at UH. So there's the timeline of RFP, which could, if it doesn't get out before break, then it'll happen probably maybe like by spring break. So it's probably like a year-ish.
Probably before that.
Okay. So it's like maybe like 3 or 4 months. I'm just kind of walking it through. So it's like 3 or 4 months. And so if the Vice Chancellor for Administrative Affairs is making the call, would that be another source point of noticing